Hey guys, Will Duke here again from SoundOps, the interactive mastering studio. We've been doing a video series called Mastering Secrets, and today I want to share a new one with you that is so big that I shouldn't even tell you. It is going to make your future recordings and masters exponentially better, and it's going to save you hundreds of dollars, and it could make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. You heard me right. It should save you hundreds of dollars, and it could make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't want to waste any more time introducing. I want to get right to it. We're calling this secret number 29. If it were up to me, I would call it secret number 1, rhythm insurance. Some of you may already know that if you have mistakes rhythmically in your recordings, by the time they come to SoundOps for mastering, it's too late. There's nothing the engineers can do about it. But the secret is not that mastering can't fix rhythm problems. The secret is actually two things. One is an item that you need to purchase that costs about $20 that you only have to buy one time. And the second is something that you can do completely free. You might have seen this coming, but a metronome is what I'm talking about. The metronome itself is not the secret. It's when you use it and how you use it that makes it so powerful. This particular one from QuickTime is pretty popular because it's inexpensive and it holds up pretty well. I think it takes a 9-volt battery. So I told you it's a $20 one-time cost. You do have to replace a 9-volt battery every once in a while, so there's a couple of bucks here and there. But for the most part, it's a one-time purchase. But the important part of what I'm about to tell you isn't the item that you need to buy. It's the exercise. It's the practice. You don't actually have to have great internal rhythm. You don't have to learn how to have great rhythm. You don't have to be a drummer. But even a drummer will tell you that playing to a metronome is hard. So I recommend that as a band, you work on your rhythm together, and that everyone individually incorporates a focus on rhythm in their practice time. They can play with drumsticks, they can tap on the desk, strum chords to the metronome. The reason why you need to practice with a metronome is because in order to make sure that your recording is spot on with the rhythm, you're going to want to record with a metronome. And recording to a metronome is even harder than playing to a metronome if you haven't ever done it. So, if your band is used to playing with a metronome, when it comes time to record, it'll be no big deal. They'll just turn it on, and you'll be listening to the metronome and putting down tight tracks. But for those guys out there that don't play to a metronome first, when they go into record and the metronome gets turned on, if they are lucky enough to have somebody who cares enough to turn one on for them, it's like adding another band member. They have to listen to something they've never had to listen to before. And there isn't any forgiveness. 240 beats a minute is 240 beats a minute. And because you guys can practice with a metronome without even having your instruments, I'm going to argue that a metronome, dollar for dollar, is the most valuable, most important thing that you can bring with you to practice. Of all the things that you could take to the band room, a metronome is going to have the biggest impact on the future of your band's recordings, masters, and finances. If you're wondering how it's going to save you hundreds of dollars and make you hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's like this. When you're in the studio, you'll take less time to record, so it saves you money. And because listeners all over the world are subconsciously more attracted to music that has a tight, understandable rhythm, you're going to sell more music. More people are going to hear you. You're going to get to play more concerts. You can get on the radio more. I'm telling you, it's that big a deal. But I know it sounds simple. Well, all we got to do is practice with a metronome. Yeah, but it needs to be a mission. You guys don't just need to practice to a metronome. It needs to become more important to your band than pizza and beer. Which I know is blasphemy, but I'm serious, guys. For those of you, the few of you that will actually listen to what I'm telling you and do what I'm telling you here, you will have an unfair advantage over the other independent artists that are competing for your fans and competing for your fans' money. So, I know it's not something that you can do overnight, but I urge you to go out and buy a metronome if you don't already have one, and make it a priority for your band to acquire rhythm insurance for your sake and for the sake of all the people that will hear your music. That's it this time for Secret 29. Good luck out there, guys.